Hello and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 6 experts video with me, Holly Shand, where I've asked this panel of experts what we should do with underperforming assets from Chelsea and Manchester United. I'm also going to get their transfer plans and team selection decision as well. Help me get this one to 500 likes. Let's get into it. Starting off at Chelsea then, where they've won just one game this season, 2 clean sheets in there, but failed to score in their last 2 Premier League games. We've got Ben Chilwell, who found himself benched for game week 5 against Bournemouth. Nicholas Jackson, just the 1 goal for the season, and he's now 1 yellow card off a suspension. And we've got Raheem Sterling, who was really popular after his haul against Luton Town, failed to deliver an attacking return since then. Now, I've put all of these questions to the experts. Starting off with Nicholas Jackson then, keep or sell. 88% of the experts have voted to sell. 7 big chances this season, just 1 goal. His finishing has been really poor. And I think with so many good options in our forward lines right now, it's quite clear why the experts are thinking of moving him on. Ben Chilwell, one of the most attacking defenders in the game this season. When he starts, he's playing as a left winger. He is a defender though, which I think is why we've seen that rotation upon Poch. Nice fixture still for Chelsea with some good clean sheet potential. This one's really divided the experts. 50% have said keep Chilwell, 50% have said to sell him. It is a really difficult one. I think if you've got cover from the bench, then maybe holding him for a little bit longer is okay to see whether he comes good again, but you are at the mercy of getting those 1-point auto subs when he comes on as a substitute. You know, the options from the bench may not always fill in for him. Raheem Sterling, though, I think he's been quite unlucky, to be fair. I think, you know, if Jackson had got a bit of a better conversion rate, then Sterling would have had some attacking returns still. Penalties probably up for grabs still at Chelsea, with Enzo Fernandez missing in game week 2. The experts, unanimous decision here, 100% said to keep Sterling. And while, you know, the midfields in our FPL teams are quite template right now, I feel like the 5th midfielder spot is one where you can afford to have a little bit of a punt, and I think Sterling's absolutely fine in there with some good upcoming fixtures still for Chelsea. Surely he can deliver some attacking returns in those. Moving on to the situation at Manchester United then, 2 wins and 3 losses this season. 6 goals conceded in their last 2 games as well. It's given us headaches. Quite a lot of owners out there wondering whether to keep him or sell him. He is seeing transfers out this week. Actually, 71% of the experts voted to hold Onana despite these shaky performances. And, you know, it's difficult to justify a transfer on a goalkeeper. I think if you are an Onana owner, it's probably something that you need to fix when it comes to the time to wildcard in your squad. Some nice fixtures coming up for Manchester United, by the way. Burnley away, Crystal Palace at home and Sheffield United away. 3 of the next 4 fixtures. In an ideal world, they could scoop up a few clean sheets in this little period, which I think is why the experts are going with keeping their faith in Onana. Bruno Fernandes, one of the best set-piece specialists in the game so far. 1 goal and 1 assist this season. He has massively underperformed, though, when you look at his key passes. Big chances created as well. It's often his teammates' poor finishing, which is holding him back. A little bit of a deeper role against Brighton. A little bit of a concern, but 75% of the experts have voted to hold him. Rashford as well. I think his performance against Brighton was quite interesting. 9 shots on goal. He really did excel in that game. He needs to look for Rasmus Højlund though, but he's getting those chances. Certainly look better on the left wing. 1 goal and 2 assists since moving into that role. With the fixtures, I think it's wise to hold, and the experts concur here. 88% saying to hold Rashford. One question I didn't ask them is what to do if you own both of these players. Something that the experts team is in the situation of, and I think you'll see when we get to the transfer plans there that the general consensus is that, you know, it is fine to continue with these players. Definitely if you've got issues elsewhere in your squad. Looking at the experts team then, a disaster in game week 5 like many. 33 points. Colwill in defence and Haaland in attack and Saka were the only returns, which was a shame. Goalkeeper decision, we got wrong once again. Just 35 points. Moved from 150k to 500k. Lots of work still to be done. But if we have a look at the mini league, Experts team is still 4th overall, doing pretty well. Big names in the top 10 once again. We've got FPL Fran on top, around 30k overall after a 44-pointer in Game Week 5. FPL Graduates Josh jumping up the charts with 60 points in Game Week 5. Mark Southern's up there as well now, overtaking us. We're level with FPL Reaction. Then into the top 10, we've got Chris Tan, FPL Architect, FPL Harry, FPL Mayor, and Jack Redditor making up that top 10. So it is stacked. There's lots of teams around us doing pretty well. In terms of the transfer plans, very divided this week on actually how much surgery to do to the team, with 2 free transfers, 1.7 million in the bank. 38% said to do 1 transfer, 25% said to do 2, with 38% voting to do 3 or more moves, with 14% voting for the wild card. In terms of players out, 86% saying to sell Jackson, 43% saying to sell Chilwell, with 14% wanting to make way with Colwill. Bruno Fernandes, 14% want to sell him. Saliba and Baldock also some potential defensive moves. Looking at the buy list, it's quite apparent what the experts prefer. 86% suggesting Alvarez. It's going to be a very popular move in FPL this week. Jackson to Alvarez. Interestingly, 57% wanting to bring in Botman ahead of Trippier on 29%, which this experts team can afford. 14% going with Salah. So we're seeing a trend here that, you know, managers are quite conscious at the moment that a move for Salah in the long term could be the right move. Trippier could get rotated for Newcastle with Champions League football on midweeks for an aging player. That's why Botman's getting a lot of popularity. Now, I asked you guys the same thing in terms of the transfers. I gave 3 options on the poll this week. First option, Jackson to Alvarez, with one of the 2 free transfers, roll the other. And then the options with 2 free transfers was Jackson and Chilwell to Alvarez and Botman, or Jackson and Chilwell to Alvarez and Trippier. 62% have voted to go with Alvarez and Botman as the transfers in. 24% saying go Alvarez and Trippier. 14% saying just make the attacking move. So that's the move we're going to make. Alvarez and Botman coming in for Jackson and Chilwell. Team selection time then. Do we start Onana against Burnley away? Areola against Liverpool away? Keep getting this decision wrong. I've asked you guys though, 76% said start Onana, so he's getting the nod this week. And with a strong bench, another defensive issue. Who to bench from Colwill, Estupinan or Udogie? 66% have voted to bench Udogie with Arsenal away, so it's a backline of Colwill, Estupinan and Botman. Baldock on the bench, flagged at the moment. Hopefully we won't need him. Into the attack, and it picks itself here with Mubama, the non-playing 8th man in the attack. So it's a midfield of Mbomo, Rashford, Maddison, Fernandes and Saka, with Alvarez and Haaland front line, and 100% of the experts have voted to captain Haaland this week. So that is a very easy decision. If you found this one useful, hit the like button. Let's try and get it to 500 likes. Subscribe to the channel as well, and remember the notify button, because I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. for the press conference stream. I'll also be doing a little bit of tinkering with my wildcard squad as well, so you do not want to miss that one. Thank you for watching.